When a human heart stops, when breathing ceases, and medicine says, there's nothing more we can do, is that truly the end? Or are there moments when the boundaries of death are pushed? When human courage and medical science reach their absolute limits, and life is brought back from the very edge? Today, we will explore real-life stories of people who crossed the threshold of death and returned, thanks to extraordinary, high-risk medical and rescue interventions. But this is not just about survival. This is a story of doctors who risked everything, rescue teams who faced death themselves, and impossible decisions made in a matter of seconds. So before we go any further, if you don't want to miss real, intense stories like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe now. Because in medical history, there are cases that defy statistics. Heart stopped for 20, 30, even 45 minutes, brains deprived of oxygen, body temperatures dropped below the point considered survivable, and yet these people came back. Take severe hypothermia cases, for example. Under normal conditions, a stopped heart means death, but extreme cold slows the body's metabolism so dramatically that the brain enters a state where time itself seems to slow down. That's why there's a famous rule in emergency medicine: no one is dead until they are warm and dead. Some patients were moments away from being declared deceased, saved only by a final, desperate intervention. But these interventions come with enormous risk. Let's look at what actually happens in these moments. Standard CPR is not always enough. In extreme cases, doctors turn to procedures considered last resorts. One of them is open chest cardiac massage. The chest cavity is surgically opened. The heart is held in the doctor's hands, manually compressed to force blood circulation. This procedure is highly invasive, extremely risky, rarely successful. But sometimes it's the only thing that works. Another intervention is ECMOA machine that temporarily replaces the function of the heart and lungs by oxygenating blood outside the body. However, not every hospital has it. Setup takes time and one mistake can be fatal. The decision becomes simple and terrifying. Is this risk worth taking? At this point, medicine turns into something else entirely. A human drama, a patient on the edge of death, an exhausted medical team, a family waiting outside, hoping for a miracle. Doctors sometimes face decisions they may encounter only once in their entire careers. If we continue, we may lose them, but if we stop, they're already gone. These decisions aren't made with textbooks alone. They're made with conscience. Rescue workers enter collapsing buildings, pull people from burning vehicles. Step into situations knowing one thing: this could be my last mission. And yet they go. Because sometimes saving a life means risking your own. If you've made it this far, I know these stories have affected you. Supporting the channel by liking the video and subscribing helps keep these deep, real stories alive. Many people who return from death describe similar experiences. Bright lights, voices, a feeling of peace or distance from reality. Science attempts to explain these phenomena, but many questions remain unanswered. What's undeniable is this: most survivors say they never see life the same way again. Their priorities change, their fears fade, their connection to life deepens. As if death gave them a second beginning. Now, let's ask the hardest questions. How far should we go to keep someone alive? When does treatment become suffering? And who should make that decision? The doctor, the family, or the system? Medical technology advances faster than ethics can keep up. The question is no longer, can we save them? But should we? Today, we witness stories of people who returned from death. But what truly saved them wasn't just technology or knowledge. It was refusal to give up. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think these extreme interventions should always be used? Is there a true boundary between life and death? And what would you do if you had to make that call? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and join the discussion. Because sometimes a story like this doesn't just inspire someone to save a life.